Okay, let's jump right into this explainer. We're going to unpack the brutal yet completely fascinating reality of the EV infrastructure boom. We're looking closely at an industry where the exciting headlines you read every day don't exactly match up with the spreadsheets behind the scenes. So, with global EV sales expected to cross 20 million units in 2025, and with over 1.75 million battery electric vehicles on UK roads alone, people naturally assume opening a charging station today is just like opening a gas station back in 1955. You know the story, just stick a pump in a patch of dirt and basically print money. But as we'll see, it's actually a highly complex, capital-intensive infrastructure reality. Section 1, the EV charging illusion. Right now, governments are literally pouring billions into this space, like the $5 billion US infrastructure program. But listen, if you think the business model is just buying wholesale electricity and selling it at a tiny markup, you are never going to recover your investment. So if they aren't making their cash strictly on the raw electricity markup, what on earth are these stations actually selling to drivers? What's the real product here? Well, think about it like bottled water. A driver cruising down a Texas highway doesn't care one bit that tap water or home electricity is practically free. They will happily pay 45 to 85 cents per kilowatt hour. Why? Because they desperately need 60 miles of range in the next 20 minutes just to make it to their hotel. They are paying for convenience, speed, reliability, and above all else, time. Section 2. Selling convenience, not electricity. The type of hardware you choose completely dictates who your customer is, your upfront costs, and your revenue potential. Level 1 and 2 chargers, they're great for those 8-hour overnight hotel stays or a long day at the office. But DC fast and those massive liquid-cooled ultra-fast chargers, which, by the way, can cost upwards of $200,000 to install per port, those are what you absolutely need for quick 20-minute highway turnarounds. Basically, the faster the charger, the more it costs, and the more punishing it is if it just sits there idle. Section 3, the hidden cost iceberg. Here's the thing. It's the invisible enemies lurking beneath the asphalt that actually destroy early-stage budgets. Before you can even turn on a single charger, you face massive hurdles. First, you're looking at utility-grade transformers that have agonizing 65-week lead times. Second, concrete trenching that runs $75 to $150 a linear foot. And third, a complete labyrinth of zoning approvals and engineering permits that drain your capital before day one. And then we hit the absolute ultimate budget killer, the demand charge. Picture this. You have a single busy afternoon where multiple fast chargers are running at the exact same time. That triggers a peak demand spike, which slaps you with thousands of dollars in commercial utility fees. And that massive fee? It's locked in for the entire month, even if your chargers are completely empty the other 29 days. To put that into perspective, according to the US Department of Energy, these demand charges are so devastating they can eat up anywhere from 23 to 85% of your total operating costs. Seriously, a 350 kilowatt charger can generate $7,000 in monthly fees before a single kilowatt hour of actual energy is even tallied up. Which brings us to a frankly sobering statistic, 15.8%. That's the abysmal national average utilization rate for public DC fast chargers as of Q2 2026. Put simply, the average fast charger sits there doing absolutely nothing for about 20 out of 24 hours a day. Section 4. Stacking the revenue streams. So how in the world do you survive a 15.8% utilization reality? Well, the smartest operators know they aren't strictly in the electricity business. They're in the real estate and retail business. You absolutely have to stack your revenues. We're talking about penalizing idle cars to keep bays open, securing predictable monthly memberships through networks like EVgo, selling zero marginal cost digital ads on the screens, locking in fleet contracts, and harvesting government carbon credits in states like California and Oregon. But here is the real secret sauce. The retail operation is where the money flows. Supermarkets like Walmart are aggressively deploying chargers because if you think about it, a 45-minute charge perfectly aligns with a grocery run. It boosts local foot traffic by 4% and drives core retail sales up by 5%. The charger is literally just the magnet to pull the customer inside. It's also fascinating to look at who is actually carrying the risk here.
While network operators like ChargePoint are out there facing the constant squeeze of high maintenance, damaged cables, and vandalism, the cleanest financial position actually belongs to the software providers. They're quietly earning $15 to $50 per port every single month for cloud and billing systems, and they carry zero downtime risk.
Now, let's talk about the absolute cheat code for this industry, capturing subsidies. Tapping into something like the US NEV program, which covers 80% of project costs, or the UK workplace charging scheme, is a total game changer. You can transform a $400,000 project into just an $80,000 net cost. You're effectively taking a brutal 15-year payback period and turning it into a highly profitable 3 to 4 year return.
Section 5. A Tale of Two Stations. Let's look at a real-world comparison to see the stark difference between financial ruin and massive success in this industry. Imagine two identical chargers, same brand, same power level, just a few miles apart. Yet their financial destinies couldn't be more different. Why? Because charging happens as a side effect of being somewhere else.
Take a standalone suburban charger with no anchor tenant. It's sitting at a dismal 12% utilization, getting absolutely crushed by a $1,400 monthly demand charge, and quietly losing over $20,000 a year. There is practically zero path to profitability there.
Meanwhile, the subsidized highway rest area operates at a solid 35% utilization. It leverages those 80% government grants, layers in digital ad and retail revenue, and clears a healthy $35,000 annual profit on just an $80,000 net investment. Location isn't just one factor among many here, it is the factor.
The transition to EVs is genuinely happening, but as this explainer reveals, the money is only going to flow to those who understand the narrow margins, the massive hidden costs, and the absolute necessity of stacking those revenue streams. Ultimately, owning an EV charger is not like owning a vending machine that you just set and forget. It is a capital-intensive, operationally demanding infrastructure business. At the end of the day, it's the landowners controlling high-traffic sites near highways and dense urban cores who really hold all the cards. They get to negotiate revenue shares and escalating rents while carrying zero technical risk, zero maintenance, and absolutely no equipment exposure. So, I'll leave you with this provocative thought to ponder. Knowing the hidden costs and the reality of demand charges when you look at the true economics of the EV boom, are you really selling electricity? Or are you just using the plug as bait to build a highly subsidized real estate and retail empire? Think about that the next time you plug in.